This is in fact the largest form of human trafficking in the world. Could not put into words when I stepped onto that brick kiln.
A real brickyard person. I was like, I'm breathing the air, same air as he is.
Just a whole swath of the 20 million slaves are in a condition where they're building bricks.
Cannot allow their voices to remain silent any longer. A year after my daughter was born, there was a young girl named Malala, and she was standing up for the rights of women to receive an education in Pakistan. As a result of her tenacious and boldness, the Taliban saw her as a threat and they attempted to kill her. When I think about my daughter, and I would look at her and I would think about Malala, it was too much for me. I couldn't fathom that my daughter wouldn't be able to go to school safely, or that she wouldn't be able to have a dream of being a lawyer or doctor or whatever she wanted to be. And yet here was this girl, Malala, almost giving her life just to stand up and say, hey, I want to go to school.
I have rights. I have the right of education. I have the right to play. I have the right to sing. I have the right to talk. I have the right to go to market. I have the right to speak up.
Root cause to human trafficking is poverty. And poverty exists. It doesn't matter where it is in the world. Poverty exists because of lack of education and opportunity.
Poverty is not simply about money, and that's the message from the United Nations, which has released a new report looking at global poverty rates, using factors like health, education, and standard of living rather than income. The UN has shown an enormous disparity between rich and poor.
New figures show 1.3 billion people are what the UN calls multidimensionally poor. Of the 5 Asian countries the UN highlighted, Bangladesh had the highest poverty rate of 42%, followed by Pakistan with 38%, Cambodia 37%, India 28%, and Vietnam dramatically less, with just 5% of the population considered poor.
The evilness, the unfairness, the injustice of the economic bondage of people in slavery, with sexual slavery being the worst of it all. And I think it is because it's the time in history to end this.
Slavery used to look like this, then it evolved into this, and today it looks like this. In fact, there are an estimated 45.8 million people living in modern slavery across 167 different countries, children held in the commercial sex trade, adults held in the commercial sex trade, and any other laborer made to work through force, fraud, or coercion. The trafficking victim often looks like anybody else at work, in a mine, on a farm, in a factory. Many are lured by promises of a steady job in another country, only to have their passports confiscated when they arrive. However, many slaves work in their native countries, or even the cities where they were born.
So we fight for everything. Child abuse, malnutrition, bad working condition, bad living condition. These are the issues we face. Because he has no power, he has nothing in his hand, he has no money, he has no influence. Nobody listens to him. He's a very common man.
How do we reignite the sensitivity of pain to say that, oh no, that if my brother is suffering or my sister's suffering, that is something that I need to partner in? It's the next generation. The next generation are tenacious. They're hungry. They're not happy with the way things are going, the despondency and the apathy. And so they want something. Give me something that I could just hold on to. Give me something that I could fight for.
For the world, she is known as a modern-day Harriet Tubman. She is just a Baji who can help them escape the brutalities of the brick-kiln.
I have been fighting 35 years for freeing brick-kiln workers. We should observe what we have committed with the international community, because GSP Plus is not still implemented in our country. And that also a big root cause of slavery.
Prominent Kashmiri activist Jameel Maqsood has urged the European Commission to review GSP Plus, the generalized scheme of preferences status for Pakistan in the wake of ongoing human rights violations in the country. The new GSP scheme is currently being debated in the European Union Parliament as it intends to add more conventions, mainly focusing on human rights, and Pakistan is lobbying to relax conditions which provides preferential treatment for exporting countries.
So international also community can also play a very pivotal role, make a big dent for the eradication of bondage labor.
I had no idea the magnitude on how an estimated 50 million people are trapped in modern slavery. And 40% of them, that's 20 million people, are trapped in brick homes, making bricks. This is an issue that stretches across Northern Africa, the Middle East, Asia.
The number of people falling victim to modern slavery is estimated to have risen significantly in recent years. Now, that's according to the 2023 Global Slavery Index, which just revealed its latest set of worrying figures. Around 50 million people were reportedly living in situations of modern slavery in any given day in 2021. That's an increase of about 10 million people since 2016.
And I saw the suffering. I saw women, I saw children. They're in slavery for generations.
I wanted to know. I said, tell me about it. He said, my grandfather was born in the brickyard. My father was born, and mother were born in the brickyard. And I was born in the brickyard.
When I arrived at this brick kiln and I saw poverty, I had to redefine it, because it wasn't just the lack of food. It was the lack of hope. It was the lack of freedom. There was no way out. And just being able to serve children rice and chicken. What was stunning for me was that these plates were huge. And I'm like, whoa, these are little kids, some of them as old as maybe 3 or 4 years of age, and they have this huge plate of rice and chicken. And I asked myself, how could they eat so much? And the response came quickly from one of our leaders, which was, that is the only meal that they will have for one whole day. That was their breakfast, their lunch, and their dinner.
We were going into the brick kilns, and there was this family that Ben introduced us to. So this dad sold his kidney on the black market to try to get out of some debt because his wife needed money for her breast cancer. Little did I know, a year later, I would have that same diagnosis. And to this day, I think about the care that I got and the care that she got. And that's just so not fair. She deserved the care that I got. And I don't know if those two people are even still here on earth. This is real. This is what's going on. And that isn't just words. That's the truth. And that's what All People Free is doing, giving these people a future and a hope.
What we're dealing with is generational slavery. I want to see the world rally behind this cause and stand up for the rights of all these young children. They're not able to receive an education because they're being forced into this horrific working condition. I want to see all that come to an end. And we can bring resources and programs and aid and education and industry in a way that's going to actually make a pathway to get these people from a life of slavery into a life of freedom. All People Free is about seeing all people come free.